right, welcome back, folks. All right, so we're busy figuring out all the games that we were talking about in the score sevens. Of course, this is now 8 years of score sevens rugby, Jerome. I think I lose track if it's 7 years or 8 years. And we had to actually look back at some of the history of the teams and their results. And we've seen some big names winning the sevens. I think the likes of Marty's, St. George's, Bellville, Tygerberg. A lot of the teams have actually become known as contenders to win the sevens.
Yeah, it is. It is true, and it's almost like consistent that between their teams that you mentioned now, they're always up there. So they must have done something, but it also shows in their game how they play their game, 15's game. Yeah. So it obviously shows how they can play sevens also.
I love that. I love the fact that we've got sevens rugby players that, well, we actually now have 15s rugby players playing sevens, but I love the fact that we've got sevens guys playing 15s rugby, because you can just see the running rugby. You know, you can see the movement, you can see the agility, you can see their ability to find space when you're watching 15s.
Yeah, it is. If you watch, for example, just take the line out. So I don't know, sometimes clubs struggle with the hooker throwing in. But if I see here the number 9s, the scrummers are basically, the sweepers are basically the guys who throw in. So nothing stopped them in 15s. Yeah. If you have a good number 9 that can throw in the line out, maybe use him. So that's also another skill they can look at.
Yeah. All right, folks, let's take a look now at the Shield first half final. This is the finals of the Shield between Brackenfell and Bellville, first half. There we go. First half, Brackenfell Bellville. Jerome, obviously we're not going to give away the game just yet in the final result. This is the Shield final, first half between Brackenfell and Bellville. Looking at the game there now, it looks quite physical actually.
It is, yeah. And I must say both teams, they stood up to the defense. Even Bellville defended well, and Brackenfell defended well there. Yeah. And I can see, again, it's a final. They don't want to give the ball away.
Yeah, well, that's the rule. You know, you don't have the ball, you can't score tries. But let's take a look now at the second half, and this will be the decider to see who wins the Shield final. This is Brackenfell and Bellville.
maar 'n goeie game sou sê. Either way, die wat ek kan toe sal dit gegaan het. Ek wil net sê dankie vir die man van bo. Saam ons gebied het gedurende die game. Daar het geen ernstige beserings is nie. Maar ons I just want to say thank you for the fans and all the support they give to us.
Well, there we go, folks. That was, of course, the Shield final there between Brackenfell and Bellville. And congratulations to Brackenfell. They walk away there, beating Bellville 14-12. Jerome, Bellville will feel a little bit disappointed in that, even though we know their pedigree. They are fantastic sevens rugby players, former champions. But on the other hand, Brackenfell have also made an effort to come out and start playing sevens. We haven't really seen that from a specialist format so much in the years. So maybe there's a new era as well coming through now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, we obviously want all the clubs to play sevens, and it's good that guys are serious. And as you say, Brackenfell also, so they didn't do well in the first games that they start playing. Bellville, on the other hand, winning. They haven't lost the game, the previous two games that they played. So they've won most of their games. I think they won all their games. So yeah, but well done to Warren Isaacs, the coach of Bellville, for getting the guys together and still play. And yeah, well done to Brackenfell. And as you say, it's also good that they back in. So next year, hopefully, they're going to try and go a bit further.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, you know, because Brackenfell lost their first game. They lost their opening game to Hamilton's. They lost 15-22. And then they bounced back to come and win the Shield final. So, again, it's like you say, you know, anything can happen on the day. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, MChem 24-hour pharmacy is on board with Cape Rugby TV. Remember, of course, MChem is, of course, the official partner to DHL Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. And the Stormers go down there and they get their prescriptions. The Western Province Rugby players go down there and they get their prescriptions. And, of course, MChem has got multiple zones. They've got free parking, fantastic coffee shop. Did you know that? Free parking? And if, in case you didn't get it, the name is in the word. It's open 24/7. Multiple zones there. The surgical zone, orthopedic and surgical zone downstairs. Upstairs, there's a travel clinic. There's a spa. Of course, their wound care clinic is another service which MChem provides, which is open Monday to Sunday from 8 a.m. in the morning until 8 p.m. in the evening. If you need to get your wounds dressed, perhaps you picked up an injury somewhere and you had some stitches and there was a dressing over it and you need to get it changed. Or MChem is, of course, the place for you to go to. We'll take an ad break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the highlights in the plate final between False Bay and Hamilton's. And, of course, still coming up, Durbell and Tygerberg in the 3rd and 4th place playoffs. And then the cup finals coming up in our last segment between Elderberg and St. George's. Don't go away.